It's been about a month since the Five Nights at Freddy's movie came out, so I figured it's fair game to give you all my spoiler-filled review of the movie. As I just said, major spoiler warning. If you haven't seen the movie yet, be sure to save this video to your watch later playlist. As for the rest of you, hello, my name is Hannah. Welcome to my channel. On here, I love to make gaming videos and other random gaming related content. If you're a fan of all that good stuff, be sure to hit that big subscribe button down below. And also, the Fnaf movie was based off the first Fnaf game. So if you want to see me play that on my channel, be sure to hit the banner up there. So without further ado, let's dive into my personal thoughts and critiques of the movie. I've got my Freddy Faz buns in, I am ready to go. I should trademark that, by the way. Like, give me some credit if you use that one. So I thought the movie started off really strong with an actually pretty scary opening. The first scene featured a previous security guard frantically running through the pizzeria, which ultimately led to his death. This really set the suspenseful tone for the movie and got me excited to see what other horrors we were gonna watch unfold. I also have to say the animatronics looked amazing. I think they did a great job with that. I was really impressed too by the lack of CGI. Shout out to Jim Henson's Creature Shop. They did all the animatronics for the movie, and like I said, they looked great and they deserve a lot of credit for their work. I also really liked the set of the pizzeria. I thought the ambiance and the aesthetic was really on brand for at least what I pictured a real Freddy Fazbear's would feel like. I also loved the security room and the monitors because it just felt really reminiscent of the first Fnaf game. However, even though the sets looked great and all that being said, I still wanted more of that original Fnaf gameplay to be played out on screen. Yes, I know that Mike was in the security room every night, but he slept through every single night, and that's when all the action is supposed to happen. I personally wanted more monitor watching and door closing and those original mechanics that made the Fnaf series so unique and different in the first place. By having Mike sleep through every night, it felt like we slept through the whole game and all the scary parts. So honestly, I hate to say it, but that was a big miss for me. Something that was not a miss, I will say, was the abundance of Easter eggs. From Sparky's Diner to the It's Me sign, these elements together felt like a love letter for longtime fans. I also thought it was really cool to include so many YouTubers in the movie because I think it's fair to say that a lot of FNAF's success originally was due to YouTube gaming videos and people's over-the-top reactions to the jump scares. I know we were all bummed that Markiplier wasn't in it, but I nearly screamed when I saw Matt Pat and he said his tagline. That was just so cool. I mean, let's be honest, it's hard to be a FNAF fan and not know what game theory is. But anyway, like I said, I thought it was cool to use YouTubers in the film since they did help make the game so mainstream. And by the way, Scott Cawthon, if you're listening, I would love to see some more female YouTubers in the next one, and I think my schedule's pretty open, so hit me up. Moving on, so I think one of my favorite scenes in the film is when the babysitter and her squad break into Freddy's. It was really fun to see the animatronics in action, and it was probably the most brutal part of the movie. However, did anyone else find it a little strange that for a series built off of jump scares, there weren't many jump scares in the movie? Aside from frickin' Balloon Boy, who made my soul leave my body every single time, I just thought a lot of the jumps were predictable, and personally, I'm not a fan of jump scares in general, so that wasn't really a bad thing to me. I just did wish that the movie was a little bit scarier, maybe in other ways. For example, and I know this is a popular complaint right now, but the whole Abbey fort building thing with the animatronics was just so cheesy. I guess it does technically make sense since the animatronics are supposed to be kids, but I don't know, it just took me out of the horror atmosphere a little bit too much. This might be a controversial one, but I have a little bit of beef with the final battle with Springtrap. I just didn't feel like it was dramatic enough. People know that the Springlock failure is like the pinnacle of the FNAF series, so we were all really excited to watch it play out on the big screen. I guess I just wanted it to be a little bit bigger and feel more dramatic. I mean, we're talking about the main antagonist of the series getting crushed to death. Now, people who know me are probably shocked to hear me say that I wanted a little bit more gore because I tend to be very anti-gore. But I don't know, call me crazy, I just wanted to see that man suffer. Now, not to contradict myself here, but I wasn't surprised with the PG-13 rating. I know a lot of people were disappointed with that, but I think it's fair to say that an R-rated Fnaf movie was not bound to happen, just given the younger demographic of the fan base. I will say I do appreciate the creativity of the gore given the PG-13 rating, which is hard to do, especially with a story as dark as Fnaf. Oh my god, like when that girl was chomped in half but you only saw her shadow, yikes. Oh my god, and the cupcake was absolutely brutal for no reason, but I kind of loved it. Which, by the way, I've heard that the cupcake is theorized to be Chica's dog, so I'm curious what you guys think about that. Overall, I feel like the movie didn't add a lot to the existing lore of the game. I mean, I think the only big shocker for me was finding out that Vanessa is William Afton's daughter. I mean, even non-fans probably saw it coming that the guy that hired Mike as the security guard was the killer the whole time, right? I mean, by that point in the movie, there was no one left. Everyone was dead anyway. I know the recycled plot was probably intentional to rope in new fans of the series, but honestly, to us long-term fans, I just feel like it didn't deliver enough newness. Oh, but lastly, I do have to say, to end on a good note, that I love the song choice for the end credits. It just made my heart so happy. That Living Tombstone song is so nostalgic for Fnaf fans because it was the first Fnaf song to ever be released, so it was really cool to throw that in there. And it just hits every single time. In conclusion, I think the Fnaf movie was a very fun and enjoyable watch for fans, and in that sense, it delivered. However, I do understand why the movie wasn't so appealing for non-fans. Most of what made the movie good in my eyes were Easter eggs and other details that only fans would notice, so it kind of makes sense why critiques weren't loving the movie. But as a longtime fan myself, I have to say the movie was very nostalgic to watch, and it was really fun to see all the details and love that clearly went into the production. I'm personally really hoping that there'll be another Fnaf movie in the future, and I'm also manifesting that I'm going to be in it, so please blow up my Fnaf videos. But anyways guys, that's it for today. I'm really looking forward to reading your opinions on the Fnaf movie down in the comment section below. I'm going to be in the comment section as well, replying to everyone because I'd really love to have an open discussion on the points that I mentioned and also anything that I missed. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up so I know. And of course, more importantly, please hit that big subscribe button down below so you never miss a new video from me. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again, my heroes, see ya. Okay, let's be honest. We all know that Doug was the true breakout star of the show, wasn't he? And thankfully, according to his TikTok, we know he finally got his appetizer, so thank goodness.